I wish to reflect with you on the story of the woman caught in adultery from John chapter 8. It's the reading for the 5th Sunday of Lent, year C, and it is a powerful, meaningful story that it took the church a while to figure out where to put it. So if you look at John chapter 7 and 8, what you see is it's inserted, and it feels awkward, and it is awkward. But clearly the tradition didn't want to lose this powerful story. The St. John's Bible has a singular illumination for this passage, and it's done by Aidan Hart as the lead iconographer, along with Donald Jackson and Sally Mae Joseph. The passage was originally in the Gospel of Luke and in other places in John's Gospel, and finally found a home here in John chapter 8. The account, and its classical iconography here, it's really a diptych, but we normally think of a diptych as 2 pages side by side. In this situation, the iconographer made the decision to stack them so that you proceed from the top to the lower one. Here we see many figures, 6 in all. The Jewish leaders, 2 and 2, Jesus, and the woman. Note here this Hebrew word for adulterer. And it's out of frame, as if almost the law itself becomes a club. In his other hand, holding a stone, ready to stone her. This Jewish leader here has a stone and is reaching it out, almost to reach it out to you and me, so that we too should become part of this judgment. The woman stands with no veil covering her head, tentative, shrinking back, afraid, ashamed, judged. And the other 2 leaders here are, if you will, pushing her into the frame. Jesus is not engaging with any of these figures. He is looking out in our direction, and he is writing in the ground. Tradition has it, through St. Augustine and other commentators, that Jesus is writing the sins of these individuals on the ground. In fact, the Jewish leaders do not need Jesus to weigh in on this at all. Deuteronomy 22 verse 4 is very clear that when a woman and a man are caught in adultery, they are to be taken outside the city and stoned immediately. What's missing here is, where's the guy? Where's the partner? She alone is brought here. And that's when we realize that, in fact, she is not the one who is on trial. It's Jesus who is on trial. Will he follow the law and condemn her? Or will he violate the law by granting forgiveness and mercy to her? That's what's on the line. His message versus what they believe the law demands. But by bringing her here alone, this is sheer hypocrisy. We know it, they know it, Jesus knows it, and he will have none of it. Note too that the opening to the temple is closed. Let's go to to the second illumination, the second part. Note here, it's transformed. It really is. We see, first of all, just gold down the whole back of this, which is simply the presence of God, of mercy, of grace, of healing, of forgiveness. Jesus now is looking directly at the woman who is now veiled. That is, she is being restored. Jesus is reaching out to her in a gesture of blessing and, if you will, go and sin no more. Go and sin no more. You are forgiven. Notice here that the rocks that were being held, ready to be used, are now simply 3 of them at Jesus' feet, so behind the stool, and a whole bunch over here in the corner. The woman is engaged now with him. She is restored. The message of this gospel passage is one of restoration, of reconciliation, of healing and forgiveness. Note now that the veil that covered the entrance to worship to the temple is now pulled aside, and the woman is free to worship and pray with integrity. It's a powerful message for us, powerful invitation to us, that when we want to move toward judgment, it challenges us to be self-aware, to know our own frailty, and to have the kind of fundamental bias toward mercy and forgiveness and healing that every single one of us needs.